Yeah, they give a lot of different looks out of a lot of different packages, and then they'll bluff out. So, everyone's mugged up in there, and you think that it's going to be cover zero or some sort of overload pressure, and then they all bluff out. And so that's the hardest thing. If they brought it every time, it's easy to have a plan. If they never bring it, it's easy to have a plan. It's the mixture of the same looks and doing, dropping out and just rushing four or blitzing seven. So it's definitely keeps you on your toes.
For the quarterback, in particular, with his first start, what kind of counsel do you give him to kind of not fall for their deception and their snap violence?
Yeah, you try to give them indicators, in the formation or with the motion or something. And any first game, especially a first game when there's a new coach with a new team, different personnel than he had in Baltimore. You try to cover all the variables you can and just, understand that it's not going to be perfect. And, the big thing is just keeping your poise through all the unknowns and making the adjustments during the game.
Those talked about that yesterday, making the adjustments, being able to bounce back from mistakes. We've seen that from him here in practice against Indy. I guess when you watched him both film-wise in college and then out here so far, how have you seen him react to tough plays or tough drives and come back to?
Yeah. He's hard on himself, so at first you get a little concerned because he wants to be perfect, but it doesn't affect the next play. He's been through some adversity, so he knows how to handle it, and he bounces back and gets on to the next play, and it's something that Sean preaches all the time. Something bad happens, just to hear him yelling next play, like get on. It's all you can affect is the next play. So he's done well with that.
Joe, having had Donald Parham in Los Angeles, what do you think he brings kind of to this offense, the red zone in particular?
Yeah, he's obviously he's a real. You see how tall he is. I mean, he's hard to defend, even when he's doesn't look like he's open. There's a place to throw the ball to a player like that. So. I was real excited about him when we had him in LA, and unfortunately he had some injuries that kept him off the field some, but when he played, he was real valuable to us. So he blocks better than you think. He runs better than you think. He's so tall, you think but he's got really good feet, and obviously can jump above anyone and make a catch. So we'll see how the season unfolds, but he's a guy that definitely can be useful if his opportunity comes up.
How similar is he to Jimmy Graham, who's also 6'8", I mean, a different athlete?
Yeah, it's hard to compare anyone to Jimmy. He was so special, but he's got that ability to. They were both basketball players, so they both have that ability. Just anytime you're a really good rebounder, you're usually a good jump ball guy. So they both have that for sure.
Seattle has two outside corners that have length and speed. How complicating is that for you when there's not really a side of the defense to pick on?
Yeah, they're both real accomplished. Tough guy. They like to press and get their hands on you. So, I don't know if it complicates anything, but you just got to go out and play football. And like when we would play Denver before, it'd be like, don't pick on Pat Surtain, and there's not really a weakness on either side. So you just got to go play football and trust your reads.
Joe, you have a new quarterback, new center. Do you put any extra safeguards of protection-wise in, or this is a big boys league, they got to figure it out?
When you're not talking pass protection, you're just talking the operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we've been trying to do all training camp. We've been working with crowd noise, and the first 10 minutes of every practice is center quarterback exchange, where they work on all of that communication that has to be done between those two. So, there's not a lot of handicaps you can give those guys. They have to go and make the identifications and go play football. But Luke's he hadn't started, but he's a vet, and he's a real smart player, and Bo's smart, so we feel good about those two.
Coach.
Oh, okay.